Hello, everyone. I'm about to show you some videos of some celebrities, artists, activists, and supporters of Leonard Peltier who have believed in his innocence for decades, and they have all known that he never got a fair trial, and that if he did, he'd be free, and he'd be with his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren now. I implore all of you to raise your voices up, to battle against the injustice here and other places in life. And speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. Get your voice out there. It's the most important thing that you can do, is to speak for the truth. I want everyone to go ahead and take 30 seconds or 3 minutes of your day, record a video of you talking about Leonard Peltier's case and about the fact that President Biden needs to grant him an executive clemency immediately. Share those on your social media outlets, share them with your friends, share them with the constituents and the folks that you vote for. The elected officials, they are there by the power of our votes. And we need to let them know how we believe and how we need them to act in our best interest and behalf. We need to make sure that every single one of these pleas of justice, of reform, of truth, to get Leonard Peltier out of prison, that they all land on the desk of President Biden and that he does the right thing. Something that other presidents have not done, whether it's been by force from FBI agents and whether it's been people who are afraid of admitting that somebody has been wrongfully put into prison and what that will look like for the criminal justice system. Those things don't matter anymore. What matters is that we free a man that needs to be freed, that somebody who's in his late 70s in poor health and poor health conditions. Prison isn't a place for health conditions. It isn't a place for health care. This man has been inching by year to year. Many people would not still be here. His life is his Sundance. This imprisonment, it's unjust. He needs to go home. President Biden, you need to do the right thing. You need to find the power in your own heart, reach down deep into your soul, and know that the right thing to do is to grant him executive clemency and send him home. Please, everyone, get out there. Write those emails, send those letters, make those phone calls. I'll have every bit of information you need that I'll be putting here in a few minutes on this video for you to be able to contact the people who you need to contact to get this word out. Everybody, get out there. Make your voice count. Do the right thing. The time is now. The place is here. Let's free Leonard Peltier.
Hello, good people. My name is Ani DiFranco, and I am wearing a beaded work of art made by Leonard Peltier. I had a friend many years ago who worked with him in prison. I have been knowing of Leonard's wrongful incarceration since I was in high school, and I'm 51 now. It devastates me to think about the fact that all these years and decades that I've been out there free in the world on my grand adventures, Leonard has been wrongfully incarcerated. Please, 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 President Biden, Vice President Harris, please set Leonard Peltier free. He is a political prisoner. He is a leader of his people. He is a beautiful human being. Please set him free, not just to make justice more real, not just for the sake of one man, but for the soul of America. Please set Leonard Peltier free.
Hi, I'm Graham Nash. You know, we haven't treated the Native Americans very well for the last several hundred years, and we know that. In one particular case, we wrongly convicted Leonard Peltier for killing 2 FBI agents many years ago. He has spent 40 years in jail for being wrongly convicted. One word to Mr. President, Mr. Biden, the word clemency. You can straighten it out right now. Clemency for Leonard Peltier. Thank you.
Hi, John Densmore of The Doors. Turtle Island is the name given to this continent we live on. That's right, not America. It's the name that the first peoples of this land gave, and they lived on Turtle Island before we did. So if we have a blind eye as to we took their land by force, then we will be blind to future racial wars that will continue until we acknowledge the first atrocity. How many Indians died? Approximately 100 million. We learned that the buffalo was their food, so we killed 60 million buffalo. President Biden, please grant clemency to Leonard Peltier. It would be healing for the suffering of Native Americans. He's been in prison for 40 years. He's sick. It would be humanitarian. I know. FBI. The FBI protested when Clinton considered pardoning Leonard. 2 lame duck presidents couldn't do it. Don't be the third. Be courageous. And thanks for listening.
Hello, I'm Peter Coyote. I've known Leonard Peltier since before the gunfight that sent him to prison more than 40 years ago. The first 3 men who were accused of the deaths of the 2 FBI agents in that gunfight were acquitted by an all-white jury in North Dakota. The FBI was not going to allow the deaths of 2 agents to go unpunished. They committed a number of judicial errors, falsifying chains of evidence, falsifying the rifle. These things were noted in the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. The judge who supervised that appeal, Gerald Heaney, wrote a letter to President Clinton asking for clemency for Leonard. He said the FBI's actions were highly suspect, but his hands were tied. Don Edwards, a 30-year congressman, also a former FBI agent, said that the FBI was completely out of line on that day. They behaved badly, they violated judicial standards, and he came to believe that Leonard was innocent. Now, what Leonard was convicted of was aiding and abetting the murder. He was not convicted of the murder himself, but he was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms, which made him ineligible for parole. So he's at the end of his life. Had he been convicted of murder, he would have already been up for parole, would have been out on parole after 20 years, 28 years perhaps. He served more than 40. It's time for compassionate release. It's time to let him go home to his people. It's time to begin healing this nation's crimes to Native Americans. And a very good place to start would be releasing Leonard Peltier. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Tom Morello, sending love and support to Leonard Peltier and all of his supporters. We must continue the fight to free Leonard Peltier, a true American hero. His struggle as a freedom fighter and as a prisoner of war is one that is very important and central to the core of the American injustice system. So Leonard, we love you, man. We're behind you. We will never stop fighting until you're free.
Hi, this is Peter Gabriel in England. The history of the Native American peoples in the United States has been one of theft of land, rights, suffering after suffering, injustice after injustice. And to see Leonard Peltier still in jail more than 40 years after he was wrongfully convicted is a terrible crime. He should be out. He should be able to enjoy his last years as a free man. Please support this campaign.
man kneels by the gray muddy river. He holds in his hand a fistful of dreams. As he tosses those pebbles down into the water, the dreams fall from his eyes in bloody red tears. Peltier, Peltier, I can hear your voice like the great eagle's cry. Peltier, Peltier, it's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. You're the victim, cold cowards and lies. They twisted the truth and wore their disguise. Like the trail of tears, the broken treaties of old. But all the gold in the black hills can never buy back their soul. Peltier, Peltier, I can hear your voice like the great eagle's cry. Peltier, Peltier, it's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. They come on to your land and steal you away, holding on like a thief with no price to be paid. Your only crime is your aboriginal skin, but someday they'll break from the weight of their sins. In the spirit, crazy horse you ride, like a bird of dreams singing from the tree of life. Though your body lay shackled behind the walls and the bars, your spirit flies free like a dream in the sky. Peltier, Peltier, I can hear your voice like the great eagle's cry. Peltier, Peltier, it's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. And I pray that someday I will see you again as a free man with your family and friends, holding your pipe as the red lion roars at the foot of the tree where the spirit birds soar. Peltier, Peltier, I can hear your voice like the great eagle's cry. Peltier, Peltier, it's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. It's a good day to die.